Homeowners all over the tri-state are trying to dry out from this weekend's flooding. Consumer reporter John Matarese looks into whether flood insurance would have helped them and if it's something everyone should have. But first, if you have a certain credit card, you may get a nice refund in the mail, John.
That's right, Kristen. City cards are some of the most popular credit cards in America. So if you have one, you may soon be receiving a check in the mail. Citi has agreed to refund $330 million to almost 2 million of its cardholders after being accused of overcharging members on interest rates. The refund you receive will vary, but the company says it'll average $190. That is not chump change. Well, many tri-staters are cleaning up their basements after a week of near-record rainfall. But a warning tonight from the Better Business Bureau. The BBB says don't let a contractor clean out your wallet. The BBB warns about traveling contractors who follow storms to the region. They'll say they can help immediately. They'll ask for money up front, but they may do half the work and then disappear. All this flooding leaves many tri-staters wondering, is it worth buying flood insurance? After all, your homeowner's policy will not cover flooding in most cases. But as homeowners in Newtown have learned, not all flood policies are good policies. From the air, Sky 9 shows summer cottages and homes in Newtown underwater as the Little Miami River overflowed its banks.
You can come in. Come on.
We found Shauna Turner running pumps to get the water out of her basement, hoses up the steps and into the yard.
We lost so much.
Among her losses,
Furniture, all of my son's books and stuff, a pre-World War II Lionel train.
Shauna has a low-cost flood insurance policy from her mortgage holder, but she said it excludes possessions.
It only pays for structural damage. It doesn't cover any personal property.
People here in Newtown tell me as expensive as basement flooding like this can be, they say the cost of flood insurance in many cases is just too much to justify it.
Flood insurance is way too expensive. It happens once every 20 years, a flood like this.
So Scott Parsley says he'll bear the cost to repair his summer cottage. So what's worth buying? Well, federal flood insurance that will cover home and all possessions averages $500 a year. But in a high-risk area like Newtown, it can cost $1,500. A cheaper option, sewer backup protection, as an add-on or rider to your existing policy for about $50 a year. It covers stormwater that comes up drains. Shauna Turner says read and understand any policy you're considering because a low-budget plan might not be worth it.
But it pays very little. You might get hundreds of dollars out of it. It's basically useless to the homeowner.
Meantime, the Metropolitan Sewer District of Cincinnati tells us that if the water came up a storm drain, MSD will help with cleanup and they may reimburse for some losses. Finally, it's Cheap Gas Monday and we found 210. That's from Bob Apke at the Speedway in Withamsville. In Kentucky, Kermit Ballmer found Murphy's in Florence at 242, and our good friend in Indiana, Terry Henkenburn, says Shell in Lawrenceburg is 234. Finally, tomorrow is National Pancake Day with a free short stack at participating IHOP restaurants. Check it out so you don't waste your money. Kristen?